In our previous videos on friction, we have discussed about solid friction. When one object tends to move or actually moves over the surface of the other, a force which comes into play between the two surfaces in contact, which opposes their relative motion, is known as frictional force. But what happens when an object is moving inside a fluid? Will there be any frictional force? To answer this question, imagine you are running near the seashore and enter into the water of the seashore. Will you be able to run with same speed in water with which you are running in air by applying same effort? No, definitely not. Why? Because water particles exerts opposing force on us which is greater than the opposing force exerted by air particles. Thus we come to conclusion that fluid particles also opposes the motion of an object inside it. This opposing force is called fluid friction. So, fluid friction may be defined as the opposing force exerted by fluid particles on an object moving through it. The force of fluid friction on an object in a fluid depends on the nature of the fluid. Just now we have discussed that fluid friction in air is less compared to that of fluid friction in water. So we can, in general, we can say that fluid friction depends on the nature of the fluid. Fluid friction depends on the shape of a moving object. It depends on the area of contact. Take two silver papers of same size. Scramble one silver paper and keep the other silver paper flat. Release both the silver papers from the same height. You will notice that a scrambled one strikes the ground earlier. Why is it so? Because in case of a scrambled silver paper, area of contact with air is less and hence fluid friction is less. Whereas in case of the flat silver paper, area of contact is large and hence fluid friction is large. So we can say that fluid friction depends on shape of a moving object. Fluid friction also depends on speed of the moving object. You can imagine if you have to run inside the water, you have to apply more and more force to run with a larger speed. In order to increase the force speed inside the water, you have to apply more force. Why is it? Because the opposition, the fluid friction increases with the increase in speed. That is why we need larger force to increase our speed in order to overcome the larger fluid friction. So fluid friction depends on nature of the fluid, shape of the moving object, speed of the moving object. How fluid friction can be minimized? Nature is the biggest source of knowledge and we learn a lot from the nature. The birds, fishes, tigers, leopards, all these living creatures, they have to live in fluid always. So their bodies evolve to the shapes such that the fluid friction is minimum and they lose minimum energy in overcoming the fluid friction. This may be the source of inspiration for designing many of the equipments which we see all around us in our daily life. Like if you look at the shape of the plane, you will find that it has a lot of similarity with that of the bird. If you look at the shape of submarine, you will find it has lot of similarity with the fish. So we can say that fluid friction can be minimized by giving a special shape to the objects so that fluid flows smoothly over their surfaces in such a way that every fluid particle passes a particular point with the same speed in same direction. Such a flow is known as streamline flow, and the special shape bodies is known as streamline bodies. Examples: birds flying in air have streamlined bodies to reduce fluid friction. Fishes living in water have a streamlined body to reduce fluid friction. Aeroplanes and spacecrafts have a streamlined body to minimize fluid friction. With this video comes to an end. Thank you for watching.